Hey everybody, Jessica Coulter here, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. I want to talk to you today about study skills, and I want to talk to you about how to have great skills. Now today we're just going to talk about a couple of things, and we're going to go into depth into improving your study skills with my 4-part study method tomorrow at my master class. So if you would like to join us for that class so you can learn how to become a better studier with my 4-part method, as well as my 3 mistakes students make when studying, be sure to click the link in the description, sign up for the masterclass because we're going to learn about note-taking as well as the other study skills that I teach. So, if you're wondering why your studying isn't going so well, the first thing you've got to learn and got to realize is that studying is a learned skill, it's not a natural skill. Okay, so even me as a valedictorian, even me as a straight A student, and someone that graduated with honors in college, I did not just know how to study. Okay, so I don't expect you to know how to study or your child just to know. It takes a lot of practice, and it takes the right strategies, the right tips and techniques. Okay, so that's the first thing to know, is that if you don't know how to study right now, if you've tried and tried, well, don't feel bad, because it just means you haven't figured out the right way to study for you. And it also might mean your child is making some mistakes without even realizing he is making mistakes when studying. So, the next thing to realize to help you gain these study skills is to know that you actually have to study, okay? So if you don't make any effort to practice, if you don't make the effort to figure out, am I a person who needs to listen to my books on tape? Am I a person who needs to use bright colors and use all these different index cards? Or maybe I need to get up and move. If you don't take the time to figure out what type of learner you are, figure out what type of studier you are, you're not going to be a very good study student, okay, or study adult, okay? Because that's another kind of tidbit to this, is know that students and adults study, okay? Not all adults think they still study, but I gotta tell you, even when you're done with high school, college, whatever schooling you're gonna do, you still use study skills. So more on that in just a second. If you're now just joining us, guys, thanks so much for being here. If you have not already become a follower on Facebook, a subscriber on YouTube, make sure you do that now so you never miss another live video. So, last thing, guys, I want to talk to you about in this video about knowing that studying is a learned skill is that there are a lot of different techniques out there, a lot of different advice, okay? So I want you to make you aware that no one way is the right way. So remember how we talked about practicing, we talked about being not a natural skill. Well, you've got to figure out what works for you, okay? I love to read, so I can sit and read my notes. I can read textbooks for hours at a time, but I also know that I love to write, that I love to kind of keep my hands active when I'm studying. So that means I like to highlight, that means I take notes, that means I'm putting sticky notes in books, because that's what I need to do to study. For you, you might need to stand up the entire time you're studying, okay? Another technique might tell you to only study for 5 minutes at a time and then take a break. Another technique might say you need to study in a room of this color because it encourages memorization. So whatever research you do, whatever you're told to do, try it out. Because I gotta tell you, until you try it, until you figure out if it works for you, you won't know. And do know, just because this technique works when you're a 7th grader, that technique might not work when you're a senior in high school. But the cool thing is, though, some of these skills like goal setting and note taking, these are skills that you're going to use and learn and then never stop learning how to use. Okay, so I want to go more depth in that tomorrow in my masterclass. I want to help all students, help all adults with their study skills. So, I love talking about note taking, so we're going to talk about that tomorrow, especially the 3 mistakes students make when studying and my 4-part method. So if you have any concerns about procrastination, motivation, being confused, or focus, you want to be at this masterclass. It all happens tomorrow, Friday the 17th. We have 3 options, 4 classes. Be sure to choose what fits best for your schedule when you sign up at the link in the description. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow at the masterclass.